A lady told me, put some pink light around what you fear, which would be my boogeyman, and send it all the love you can possibly muster, and then send it away. And I did that very short, easy meditation, and I had never, ever seen the shadow man since.
It shows the power of positive intention.
Yeah, I still get sleep paralysis, but he's not there.
Now, would you say that the shadow man that you saw was what is more commonly called in paranormal a shadow being?
I have asked psychically about this many times, and I believe, this is strange, but here it comes. I believe I had a contract with a dark entity to help me learn about darkness because I really honestly just never believed in it. I'm not really from third dimension Earth. I have another origin like many of us do. And I needed to learn the lesson of polarity, of good and bad, of light and dark, and I believe this entity helped me learn that.
So that entity, whatever it was, actually taught you about darkness and what we would call evil.
Yes, sir.
And by banishing him, then you were able to presumably break the contract that you had with him.
I agreed that he agreed that we were done, but I have since experienced much more darkness. I actually once had a issue with a demon. I don't even believe in demons. That's why I'm kind of like, oh no. But if I'm here in 3D reality and this thing shows up and it is what it is, then it is what it is. I really can't be in denial about it anymore. I can shortly relate that story if you would like to hear it.
Absolutely.
Okay. I was living with someone who was trying to convince me evil was real because I didn't. I just said, they're sick people. I'm sorry. I have compassion. Serial killers are real, yes, and they're sick. And, that's where I was coming from, that evil was an invention. And one night, laying in bed, this is kind of hard, but I had pictures put on my third eye, which means I saw pictures in my head, but they did not feel organic. They felt as if they were placed there. And they were pictures of the apartment I was living in with blood strewn around and a knife that we have. And it was indicating that I had killed my roommate and kind of asking me to do it because it was saying, here's the pictures, it's already been done. And I said, no, I know what that is. That's murder, and I don't do that. And then my eyes flew open, and on top of me was a glittery, charred skeleton. And out of pure instinct, I said, what is your name? And he said, Azazel. And then I saw the Archangel Michael above me with his sword. And he pointed it at the demon, and the demon left, disappeared.
So when you say, you experience this, and you come from the point of view where you don't believe in demons,
yeah.
And you experience this reality, then how do you incorporate that into your belief system? I mean, what?
I believe that is part of my human experience. When I disincorporate, when I'm no longer in a body, I will go back to a place where I've been before, where these things don't exist, where I cannot be educated about these things. But here on Earth, I can be educated about these things and say, yes, this is part of a human story. And as a human, it is true.
But demons don't have any reality outside of our own consciousness and our own growth in consciousness?
It's only in the world of polarity. And in the fourth dimension, we still have dark and light. We still have polarity. But when you go further to fifth or sixth dimension, there's a lot less polarity and a lot more unity and oneness. It's like polarity is the black pigment in the paint that we need to create great art. Does that make sense?
Well, I think that if everybody was running around all really, really happy all the time and never had to struggle for anything in their lives, then a great deal of great advancements and things that people would otherwise do would probably not happen. So I think that adversity and some darkness in your life can actually be a positive thing. So yes.
Yeah, it's part of the human experience, and I call this earth currently as a school. It's a university to grow our souls. We come in ignorance. We have to get through our ignorance into knowledge, and that is all about evolution. And we evolve and we get promotions spiritually. I mean, we become bigger and bigger beings.
And is this all on the way to the idea, the Buddhist idea, that all is one anyway? Like at the end, at the final stage of all things, that everything is all one thing, that we're all one together?
It's a wonderful thing to meditate on, and my spirit guide Hermes, he writes word all/one. And that pretty much says the whole thing there, all spirituality and everything. But it's something you meditate on. It's not something you get and have with you all the time, because we're in polarity and we forget and we get trapped in the game again and we play again and we learn again. But it's really all us tricking ourselves. We are our own tricksters.
But is that would you say that that's like the highest level that
I don't want to go there. I don't want to be the highest level. I don't want to know what happens at the end. I want to enjoy every morsel on the way.
No, I'm not saying that's something that you're striving for. I'm just asking what your belief is. Do you believe that is the final state, the end, when we finally achieve the oneness with everything that is around us? Would that be like the end of our evolutionary advance from a consciousness point of view?
Well, the furthest end I can see is that we become gods ourselves.
And we still retain an individuality?
In the sense that we have our own alchemical makeup. We're not all the same in the sense that it's not personality. I don't want to get mixed up with ego at all. It's just that we're unique creations and we express uniquely, but we are all one.